excited to have you on today. I'm not sure why I am a little tiny square in a giant square, but that's okay because I'm going to share my screen here in a minute anyway. Today we're going to be talking about ranking a new page. And I'm going to go through the steps that I do to rank a new page on the Googles. All right, you should see my screen. You should see my crazy hair. A little bit out of craziness today. All right, that's cool. Let me see if I can change this down there. There we go. Awesome. You guys can hear and see me. All right, I'm just going to have to edit out the first 10 minutes. That's okay. All right, so here we go. Darn, all my tabs are gone too. That's okay. All right, this is a tool that I have called Ahrefs or Ahrefs. You could call it that as well. And the really cool thing about this tool, it's more of an SEO tool, right? I can get in here and track all my clients and stuff like that. But as a business owner, I'm pretty sure that you can actually get a free version of this for your own website. It's not going to let me do it because I'm logged in. But I'm pretty sure you can track one website for free. So you can add your website and get access to some of these same tools that I have in here. So for this example, today I'm going to be looking at one of my clients' sites and just kind of going through some opportunity, finding some opportunity. So we're going to use Royal Textile Products, which is a window treatment company in Denver, Colorado. So inside this tool, there's some really cool things, but I just want to show you one little thing over here, and that's on the left, competing domains. So what this does is this looks at this particular website and then gives me a list of other websites that they think have things in common. And typically that's keywords in common. And actually we'll see here that denverwindowtreatments.com has 14 keywords in common with Royal Textile. That's interesting, right? So the other, let's see here, who else do we know is one of theirs? So Healthcare Curtains, that's probably a national company, but they do medical related blinds, curtains, that kind of stuff. So in that case, they have 27 keywords in common. So that's pretty cool. So what you can do with this competing domains tool is some pretty cool stuff. And I'm going to show you another little tool over here called the Content Gap. And I'm going to open that up in a new tab. And what the Content Gap does is it says, okay, give us two websites that you're looking at, and then we're going to look at your website, and we're going to tell you keywords and pages that these websites are ranking for that you're not ranking for. Okay, so we're just going to grab these two. I'm going to grab Denver, copy, I'm going to plug them in, and you have to actually just put what's called the top level domain, so the TLD, so just the .com part of it, right? So you see I edited the rest of that out. All right, I'm going to copy that one, paste that in there. All right, and then I'm going to hit show keywords. So now I'm comparing Royal, my client, versus Denver Window Treatments and healthcarecurtains.com. So in this case, there's only three opportunities: Diamond Drapery, Surf Curtains. Oh, Surf Curtains, that's interesting. And Custom Blinds Denver. So Custom Blinds Denver makes a lot of sense, right? So it's interesting that Denver Window Treatments is ranking in the 6th position. So that's a page 1 result in Google. The healthcare one obviously is not ranking because it's more of a national term. But this means my client's not ranking for this, Custom Blinds Denver. Then if we look at the volume, this is the amount of people, amount of searches per month that are coming in for that particular phrase. So in this case, 30 searches, which is one a day, coming in. So one visitor a day, potentially, if you're ranking for this particular term, right? So let's look at, let's see if I can find somebody in here who is, I know is another local competitor of theirs. A lot of these are national, like Home Depot, House, Just Blinds. I don't see any good ones. So another way we could do this is we can just go to Google and type in You know what? Let's do Boulder. Boulder, Colorado window treatments. And there's a reason I'm going to do Boulder, and I'll show you in a minute here. So now we've got Colorado Space Solutions, which is a home improvement store. And that's an ad, so I might skip them. Flatiron Window Fashions. So let's open their website real quick. And let's look. Yeah, these guys are definitely competitors, right? So let's grab their link and let's go back and put them into this content gap tool. So let's put them there. We know they're local because it came up in Google. And Howard. So Stoneside's a big company. We're going to skip them. Howard's. Let's look at Howard's. And all right, they are also appears to be local Hunter Douglas shades type stuff. So let's copy them. Let's put them in here. So now we've got two companies that we know are very local. So what are they ranking for that my client's not ranking for? So here's some different things. And we're looking at, of course, I looked up Boulder, so we would expect to see those in there. Sheer vertical shades, 80 visitors a month. That's almost 3 a day. Norman Woodlear Plantation Shutter. That's pretty specific. Blinds Boulder, Boulder Blinds, Howard's Draperies. Of course, his name he's going to rank for. But here's this Boulder Blinds is interesting. 1 visitor a day, 30 per month. Flatiron Window Fashions ranks number 1 for that. Howard's is number 5. My client Royal does not rank for that. So here's an opportunity, right? Here's a way to find different keywords that that your competitors are ranking for that you're not. So, all right, what do we do with that information? Well, we build a page on our site. So let me close some of these windows, and I'm going to go to Royal because we've actually built a page for Boulder. And the way that we do that is we've identified a bunch of sub-cities, you could call them, around Denver that we want to rank for. And then we send that to one of our writers, and they write some custom content for us. So let me find the Boulder page. And currently this page is just in draft mode, right? All right, here we go. So basically our writer wrote the content, and then Amber pasted it in here, and that's all that's happened, right? So it's not optimized or anything. So now we're going to optimize this page. So we want to rank, obviously, for window treatments, blinds, commercial, those kind of things, near Boulder, Colorado. So first of all, the content. The content needs to be unique. So what I see a lot of business owners trying to do, and even SEO firms and things like that, they'll just copy and paste and change the city name, so the content's all the same, and then the rest of it isn't. But this is 100% custom written. And one thing that you'll notice in here is that we mentioned some local landmarks, home to Folsom Field and Bear Peak, things like that. So we also mentioned Denver as a bigger city that's nearby. So we do some of these things on purpose. Here's Colorado. We purposely put some of this content in there to just kind of bolster what this page is all about, right? So we have the content, which is fantastic. When our writers write the content, we have a couple of different places for headings, and they just put heading because they don't know what we want to put there. So I need to put in the 2 headings into these spots, and I happen to already have written those out. So let's put this one here. What commercial window treatments can I get near Boulder? And then I'm going to change that to a H2, heading 2. And then there's another one here, which I'm just going to call motorization and automation. And I'm also going to change that to an H2. All right, there we go. Save the changes. Now it's looking a little nicer. And once we see the page, it's going to look a lot better. I also want to change the permalink up here, and we're actually just going to make this say Boulder. And the reason for that is because we've already started building some other city pages, and they need to pretty much all be the same kind of layout. Over here on the right under parent, we actually put all of our city pages under our About Us page. So the parent of this page is the About Us page. Okay, so we'll set that up. Now, here's where it gets really cool. I want to do some really fun stuff here. I want to add a local picture. So I'm going to go to a website called CanStock Photo, which is one that we use all the time to get custom pictures. We don't recommend you going to Google, doing a search, and then stealing some picture from the internet because you can end up getting sued, right? Not a great situation. And so here's some great pictures. Love all these. The one that I'm most interested in is probably going to be one of these first two. I think these are great. They don't have to be about window treatments or anything. They just have to be about Boulder. And in this case, you see the mountains in the back. It's beautiful. So the reason I like this one is because I can crop the top and bottom of this and still have a nice picture. So I'm going to buy this picture, download this. All right, it's going to create the download. Here it comes. It is downloading now. Let me see if I got any comments. All right, you guys are hanging on. This is good. All right, so that is downloading. Then I'm going to go here. I'm going to do the featured image. So featured image is something that's in WordPress in the back end, and it's important for a couple reasons. It shows up on the page, but it also shows up in your social media. So if you share this page on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, any of them, what they do is they'll look for a featured image and they'll use that image along with your blurb about your page. If you don't add a featured image into here, then they're just going to grab a random picture off the page. It might be the one that you hope they use. It might be your logo. It might be, some random picture on the page. So very important that you use the featured image. I'm going to upload. I'm going to go here and see if I can't grab that picture and plug it into that spot. And I'll show you why I really like using that particular picture. So here's the picture. It's going to upload it. Now, alt text. I'm going to go ahead and put in here Boulder window treatments. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to put that as the title of the picture as well. I'm going to click set featured image. Okay. Now, I'm actually going to upload this picture again. So I'm going to go back and remove this featured image, set featured image. I'm going to do the exact same thing again, and I'll show you why in a second here. Select a picture, this one. It's going to upload it a second time. Okay. Now, I'm going to click back to this first one that I uploaded. Now I'm going to click edit image. And then what you can do in WordPress is you can crop the image. So you see how I can crop the top and bottom out, which doesn't really change how the picture looks any. Click crop. Doesn't really change the picture, but what it does is you'll see when the page goes live that'll be at the top of the page, and it shortens the amount of real estate that it takes up, but it still looks really good on the page. So I'm going to hit save. Okay, so I'm going to use that as my featured image. Boom. All right, that looks great. I'm going to go ahead and save my draft here real quick and see if you guys have any questions. No questions. All right. All right, next, optimization of the page. So I've got the page in there, the local picture. I want to edit the actual SEO pieces of it. And in WordPress, you just use the Yoast SEO plugin. Click on there. It lets you grab the title. I'm going to erase that because I want to put in my own title. And for that, I'm going to put Boulder commercial window treatments, and then a pipe. That's the up and down there, custom made in Colorado. So the important things here is I got Boulder window treatments. I got Boulder and window treatments in there. I also got the word commercial. So this particular client mostly wants commercial work. They don't want residential. So I want to make sure that word is in there. I also want to make sure the word custom's in there because a lot of searches online, people are using that word. And then of course, I also want Colorado in there. So Google knows which Boulder I'm talking about, although there could be more than one. But I want that in there as well. We got the green bar. That's great. Meta description. I've already pre-written one, but same thing. We're going to have the word commercial, window treatments in there, offices, churches, medical establishments around Boulder, Colorado, custom made, professionally installed, call us today. Now you'll notice this orange bar is not, well, it's not a green bar, right? If I got rid of call us today, got rid of some of these words, it turns green. Well, Google's kind of going back and forth about how long your meta description can be. So I'm not upset that it's a little bit longer. And if they cut off this part of it, it's still okay. I got everything in there that I really wanted in there. So that's okay. All right. So those two are set. And then let me see. I want to show you why I uploaded 2 featured images. And the reason I did that is for social media. Oh, here we go. Here's the social tab right here. So on social media, I want more of a square picture like I originally downloaded, excuse me. And so I can click on this social tab, click on Twitter, and then what I can do is I can specify a specific image. If somebody shares this on Twitter, use this image, right? So I'm going to click upload image and I'm going to choose the big one that wasn't cropped. Okay, use that. I'm going to do the same thing for Facebook. Use this image right there. And you can put a custom Facebook title, a custom description. If you leave these empty, which is what I'm doing, it's just going to use the Yoast SEO title and description, which I've already written out the way I want them. So there's no reason to change those. So, okay, so that is done. That's the reason why we use 2 different pictures in there. And then the last, let's see, no, not the last thing, but one more important thing is right here, the actual page title. And you'll see where this shows up once the page goes live, but this is your H1 tag or your top heading for the page. So we want it to be something that has the right keywords in it as well, but we don't want it to be too long. This can be the same as your title that you put in here, Boulder Commercial Window Treatments Custom Made in Colorado. I usually do something a little bit shorter just because this is a large text and we don't want it to loop around to 2 lines, that sort of thing. All right. Last piece is a map. So I'm going to go to maps.google.com. I'm going to look up Boulder, Colorado. And Google will tell me all about it. They'll give me a cool little map here with an outline of Boulder. And then I'm going to click share, embed, copy HTML. So now I can embed this exact thing into my city page. And the reason I want to do that is I want to send signals back to Google that this really is about Boulder. And this is a great way to kind of add that little extra bit on. So I'm going to add a new, what we call an element here. And this is going to be a code block, raw HTML. I'm going to paste that in there that they gave me, save that. Okay, and let me make sure I got everything right. Okay, one last piece that's optional is I can link to some of these things that I mentioned, Folsom Field. So let's do that. And I'm going to do that in a special way. So I'm going to type Folsom Field into Google. And where's the actual page? There's a Wikipedia page. Here we go. Official athletics website. So folsomfieldevents.com. Grab that. I'm going to put that in here. So I'm going to click the insert link, put that in there. That's what I want. Then I'm going to click the little link options and I'm going to check this box, open link in a new tab. That way, if they do click on that link, it opens in a new window. They can look around. Once they close that, they're right back on my page. Okay. Update that. Save changes. So I'd probably do that again for Bear Peak. Let's just do that real quick. I don't want to get too many windows going here. All right, Bear Peak doesn't look like it has an actual website. It's all related to trails and stuff. So that's fine. I like all trails. So we'll just grab that, copy that, put that in here. Click that, open in a new window, update, save. All right, we're ready to publish this page. All right, everything is set. Everything is ready to roll the way I want it. It's going to look awesome. I'm going to hit publish. Okay, that page is live. I'm going to click view page. And now we're going to see some of the pieces that I put in here. So here is the H1 tag, Boulder, Colorado commercial window treatments. Here are the H2s, which are pretty big, but these are all of the things I put in. There's the map. Everything looks awesome. The one thing I don't see is the featured image. So I'm not sure why it didn't come up. So I'm going to look and make sure it's not turned off. Show page title. I'm not sure why it didn't show up. Might be a setting in WordPress that for some reason it's not showing up, but it should show up right here, and I'm going to fix it so it does very shortly. All right. So let's go on and talk more about ranking. We're going to get all zeros because this page has never existed prior to 1 minute ago, right? So let's talk about ranking this page quickly. So the next thing that I want to do optionally is to go ahead and share this page on Facebook, Twitter, whatever commercial social media properties that this client has. So in this case, Facebook, LinkedIn. I would share this page on both of those just to get the links back quickly. And then the next big piece is we're going to go to google.com/webmasters. And this used to be called Webmaster Tools. Now it's called Search Console. I'm going to sign in. And then we're going to go to Royal. So I've already got them pulled up here. There's two things I want to do here. First, I want to make sure that my sitemap is being indexed. And a sitemap is a list of every page on your site that Google goes to your website, checks to make sure it's there, and it gets a listing of every page. And we see that here is the link to that sitemap. It was submitted in May. It was last read by Google on December 1st, and they discovered 39 URLs. So it's working great. So if I didn't do anything else, Google would come back probably in a couple days, read my sitemap, see that there's a new page, and start to decide to add that to their queue so that they could index that page. That's okay, but I don't want to wait, right? So the other thing I can do is I can go here to URL inspection. And this little tool is probably one of the most powerful things for SEO. So I'm going to paste in my brand new page, royal/about us/Boulder. Okay, hit enter. They're going to go look and see that page that it exists. URL is not in Google. Well, of course it isn't because I just created it, right? But here's the cool thing. I can click request indexing. So I can kind of butt my way in line and get this page indexed quicker. So they're going to test to see if they can get to the page, if it's public, if it has any problems, anything like that. They're going to check first, and then they're going to tell me, yeah, we can index this page. And I'm telling you, this is a super cool trick and a great way to move yourself up in line and get this page indexed quickly. So when I'm talking about ranking a page in a couple days, this is the main crux to that happening, is getting that done. So adding that to their page. So here we go, submitting request. URL was added to a priority crawl queue. So I guarantee this page will be indexed before this day's over. If I would have just let it go with the sitemap, they would have found it in a couple days and added it to the queue and maybe indexed it in a week or two. but I want it indexed now. So now it'll be done by the end of the day, which is a great little trick there. So that's the huge trick for the day. So the last piece to this is to go back to your Ahrefs, if you have an account there, or whatever kind of keyword tracking tool you're using, and add in the keyword that you're wanting to track. So in this case, it was Boulder, window treatments, Boulder window treatments, that kind of stuff, right? So I'm going to go over here and add keywords. I'm going to put in just Boulder window treatments, window treatments, Boulder CO, and I'll probably add a couple others in there over time, but I'm going to hit add keywords. Oh wait, first I'm going to add this to Denver is where I really want, if I could spell Denver. I don't want this nationally. I want to know what it ranks for near Denver or Boulder. I could add Boulder as a location as well, really. Okay. Now over time, this system will start to see, okay, where are you ranking for this on page 6, on page 3? Where are you kind of ranking in the overall scheme of things? So I want to show you an example of this in action and how quick it can actually rank. And this is another client of ours in Maui, which I think I need to go visit probably. But check this out. If I sort by position, so where they're ranking in the search engines, what we're going to see here for their city pages are a lot of page 1 results. So Drapery Maui, obviously, but here's one, and I don't know how to say these, so I'm going to apologize right now. Paya window treatments, that is a town near them. They're in position 2 for, guess what? This specific page about the specific city. Window treatments Paya there. Now Pili is another town near there. Look at that, position 2. There's their page about that. Same for Napili Draperies. Here's Kihei, I guess, Kihei, Lahaina, Kaluli. So all of these are page 1 results. Now these need a little bit of work to get up, but do some link building, something like that, back to those pages, and they'll be there. They're already on page 1, for these pages, but these pages haven't been up very long at all because nobody's writing these kind of pages, right? I went out and found some keyword gaps, some different opportunities, and pasted those or built a page around that specific thing. So I have gone way longer than I expected to go, and I apologize for the technical difficulties at the beginning, but hopefully this helps you kind of start figuring out, okay, what pages, what opportunities are out there, how much traffic could I get if I ranked for this particular page or this particular keyword, build a page, submit it to these different places, and in just a matter of days, maybe a week or so, you'll be ranking on page 1 for that result. So hope you guys have a great day, have a great weekend, and we will be seeing you later. All right, bye.